I bought a house in complete secrecy, and this is how it all went wrong. Do you know that gut punch moment when you realize a secret you thought was airtight isn't? That was me, standing in my kitchen, staring at a text message that shattered everything. Let me back up. This house wasn't just a house, it was freedom. It was silence from the endless chorus of family opinions. My parents, my siblings, even my cousins, all of them had a voice in everything I did. And buying a home, that would have been their Super Bowl of interference. I didn't want it. I wanted peace. So I became a ghost buyer, private browsing only, meeting my realtor, Linda, 2 towns over. Every document signed under strict instruction, no leaks, no whispers, no slip-ups. I told Linda this wasn't sneaky, it was survival. For 1 week, it worked. A week where I walked through empty rooms at night with just the sound of my own footsteps. A week where my secret sanctuary felt bulletproof, until my phone buzzed. It was a cousin I hadn't spoken to in years. OMG, congrats on the house! My stomach dropped. My heart pounded. How? I called Linda immediately, my voice trembling. She laughed. Oh, that? I might have mentioned to Brenda at the diner that I'd sold a lovely bungalow on Maple Street. I thought it was harmless. Harmless. The secret was bleeding, and I had no way to stop it. I installed a camera on my front porch, desperate to control what was unraveling. That's when I saw it. Motion alert, mid-afternoon. I opened the app. There she was, a woman in her 70s, hair silver and pulled back, standing on my lawn with binoculars pressed to her face. She wasn't subtle. She was scanning my door like she was cracking a code. That was Carol, my neighbor. And that was the exact moment I realized my sanctuary wasn't mine anymore. Paranoia set in fast. Every time I peeked out my blinds, I saw them. My new neighbors. Not just walking dogs or jogging, watching, studying. My house wasn't a home anymore. It was a stage, and I was the unwilling star. The camera didn't lie. At night, shadows gathered. A flick of light, a whisper. Then the next day, whispers on the street. My house had become Maple Street's biggest mystery. It got worse. One night, I slipped into the house quietly carrying groceries. I didn't even turn on the main light, just a lamp in the corner. A few minutes later, pounding on the door. I froze. "We saw someone inside!" Carol's voice rang out, panicked. "Don't worry, we called the others." I yanked open the door. Their faces, 3 neighbors standing shoulder to shoulder, ready to defend the house. "It's me," I snapped, holding up my grocery bag like proof. "I live here." For a beat, they just stared. Then Carol's eyes narrowed. "So, you're the mystery buyer." That night I didn't sleep. I kept replaying the look on their faces. Curious, invasive, hungry for answers. My secret hadn't just leaked. It had ignited a neighborhood-wide obsession, and I knew it was only going to escalate. Moving day wasn't victory, it was defeat. The second the moving truck turned onto Maple Street, my jaw dropped. My lawn was covered. Balloons tied to my mailbox, a folding table sagging under trays of food, a banner strung across the hedges. Welcome home. The neighborhood had thrown me a party, without asking, without warning. People swarmed me before I could even get out of the truck. Handshakes, hugs, plates of brownies shoved into my arms. And then through the crowd came Carol. She pointed a finger like she was solving a case. "So, you're the one," her voice carried, silencing the chatter. Every eye turned to me. Carol didn't stop. "Linda, your realtor," she told Brenda at the diner. Brenda told me. And when we saw lights flicker inside a supposedly empty house, well, of course, we thought something was wrong. I stood there, heat rushing up my neck, my secret plan unraveling in real time. I hadn't bought a house. I'd created a spectacle. My silence hadn't protected me. It had branded me the subject of Maple Street's biggest gossip chain. The crowd cheered as if this was a happy ending. But in my chest, all I felt was dread. Because if this was how they welcomed me, what would living here really look like? Days turned into weeks, and little by little, I learned the truth. The late-night prowlers, that had been me, sneaking in to check on the place before I moved in. They saw the flicker of light and assumed the worst. Carol's binoculars? She swore it was protective observation. The balloons and party? A warm welcome from a street that never let mysteries go unsolved. But then came the twist. One night, sitting on Carol's porch with lemonade in hand, she leaned in. Her voice dropped. "I'll tell you the truth," she whispered. "It wasn't Brenda. It was me." I told them all. The second I heard from Linda that someone bought the house in secret, I couldn't resist. I've lived here 40 years and nothing ever happens on this street. So I gave them a mystery. And you walked right into it. My jaw clenched. She started it. Every whisper, every stare, every invasion of my privacy. It all began with her. But then I looked around, at the kids biking past, at the neighbors waving across the hedges, at the plate of cookies waiting by my door. I hadn't just bought a house, I'd inherited a community. Messy, nosy, overwhelming, but real. Carol smiled, almost guilty, almost proud. "You'll get used to it." And in that moment, I realized the real secret wasn't that I bought a house. It was believing I could ever live anonymously in a world disconnected. So let me ask you, if you were me, would you embrace neighbors like Carol? Or would you fight to keep your privacy no matter what?